So we're going to talk today about trading privacy for pleasure, because I think that's a big disruption that's going on right now. This is a big change to how we understand the value propositions of pleasure, that it's no longer something we get for free, it's something we trade privacy for. And that sounds really scary, but I don't think it's all that scary. I think it's a great trade-off. We all have too much privacy. We don't need it all, and we'd all like to have a little bit more pleasure. So let's start the wheel a-turning. I was made aware that there would be some youth in the audience today, so I've tried to keep this preview of the future of innovation PG rated. So there'll be a little bit of crude humor. What am I saying here? Mild action and some rude humor, but we'll try to keep it above board. I'm legally obliged to show this for 15 seconds before the talk. What I'm really here to talk to you about today is an incredible new product that Byologyc has been shipping for a couple of years. We've got a new version of it here at Digifest called Byomate. Byomate is an incredible product. It is the future of pleasure. It's about modifying you genetically just a little bit to enhance all of the aspects of pleasure in your life. Byomate enhances your desirability. It enhances your sexual performance, and it even provides some screening features with the partners that you may have at any given time. It lets you know if that person is compatible with you chemically, physically, in terms of your stamina, in terms of your genetic profile, in terms of the children you could one day be having together if you're using Byomate irresponsibly. Byomate primarily is about magnifying your natural desirability. It's not about changing you, it's about making the parts of you that are already there even better. Making you sexier, making you stronger, making you longer lasting, making you more aware of the sexual environment in which you find yourself. It's a really incredible product, and to just give you a little bit of a peek of what's going on behind the scenes in Byomate, we've sequenced genetic material from over 10,000 species of bacteria, as well as a few higher invertebrates, crustaceans, and mollusks, to create sort of a perfect cocktail in a single pill that will reboot your sex drive. Quite literally, it'll genetically reprogram you to be a better lover and to be more attractive. And we're talking about some really interesting species here that have been worked into this cocktail. Species that spawn 5, 10, 15,000 times a day. Species that devour their mates when they're finished with the carnal act itself. Lots of tentacles. There's got to be at least some member of the population here today, statistically, that thinks the value proposition of tentacles is pretty exciting. And to give a little bit of a backgrounder, of course, Byomate is not Byologic's only product. We have a whole suite of incredible products, each one built upon a biotechnological innovation that is just around the corner at other companies from commercialization, from the near future. And we pair that innovation that comes out of the lab, comes out of our research facilities, with two unique attributes. In all of our products, we pair that biotechnological innovation with a brand new business model that disrupts what's already out there in the market. And then we pair it with a relentless focus on user experience satisfaction. We want to create customer service around our products that is mind-blowing. And so in a way, if you wanted to compare Byologyc to another successful company out there today, we're kind of like what would happen if Apple and Starbucks and maybe Uber went away for a long weekend and hooked up with a trio of pharmaceutical companies. And nobody's quite sure who the father is, but there's a little bit of DNA from each of those companies in Byologyc. We're the world of tomorrow right here in the world of today. And now we're in your bloodstream. And if you're familiar with Byologyc, can I see a show of hands? How many people here are Byologyc customers in the audience today? Really? Just one? Well, as I said, we've got a free demo of one of our products in the other room, so we can convert all of you by the end of this week at Digifest. We've run a series of events around Toronto over the course of the last several years, learning about our customers in this beautiful city, learning about their values and their interests in advanced biotechnology, and how all this stuff is getting commercialized, how it's coming to market. We've really pushed people to explore their values, to explore where their vision lines up with the business realities. We've done a lot of probing of our customers to understand what they really want to see in our products and what satisfaction they're interested in getting out of them. And now, thanks to Byomate, a new version of which is available today here at Digifest, you can be the lover you've always wanted to be. We give you complete control with a radical new business model over your love life. For the first time, we're selling Byomate on a subscription. It's unlike any other pill out there in the market that you buy unit by unit. The first pill of Byomate is free. It gives you unlimited updates to your sexual performance as well as your desirability in month 1. And then you just have to drop by one of our Byomate testing lounges located in a mall or a retail facility. And with one quick wireless scan, the pill that has already modified your genetic code is activated month by month on a subscription. And thanks to amazing research partnerships that we've set up with academic institutions as well as the private sector, where we're anonymously sharing all of your sexual performance data with them, we're able to lower the price for one subscription of Byomate to $99.99 a month. And we want to go even lower. We want to get your data, your sexual performance information into more and more companies' hands so that they can innovate better, so that we can design better products with them, and so that we can keep driving the cost down for you. Pleasure should be free, even if that's at the expense of privacy. You can visit our website today to learn more about Byomate. If you don't have time to check out the Pleasure Room, it's Byologyc.com. We've got all kinds of interesting video testimonials up about the product, about how it's changed people's lives. And we have a number of Byologyc staff right here in the Pleasure Room exhibition today who are demonstrating the new wireless transmission features of the new Byomate version. So we're able to keep track of their vital signs throughout the day. We'll be able to keep track of what they're doing, how their heart rate gets racing, as yours does. That's about as far as I can go in a PG-related talk. But we'll be keeping an eye on their vitals all day today. And we hope that you'll join us to learn more about this incredible product, about how we're bringing the future into the world of today, and about why privacy isn't something that you need to worry about giving up in the pursuit of pleasure. Who thinks that sounds pretty good? Sounds like a pretty good deal, right? Just a little bit of your privacy for a whole lot of pleasure, thanks to an amazing product from a company that seems really, really suspicious. In case you haven't figured it out already, Byomate, thankfully, not yet anyway, is not real. Byomate is a work of what's often called design fiction, or tangible futures, or diegetic prototyping. Byomate and the whole of Byologyc is a way to talk about the future, about where technology is going, about how it's getting commercialized, about what the business models are around it, right here in the world of today. Not by lecturing people, not by showing a PowerPoint presentation, as ironically I am now, but by putting these products in people's hands and saying, what do you think? How much do you think this is worth? What do you think is worth giving up for access to this product? And this kind of work, creating immersive and interactive visions or time machines of the world of tomorrow, is the work we do at my company that is very much real, called the Mission Business. And yes, we do have faces. And Byomate is our way to explore the future of privacy and pleasure and the awkward dance that I think we're going to be doing between privacy and pleasure over the course of the next few decades as we see amazing innovations roll out in nanotechnology, in synthetic biology and recombinant genomics, and in personalized healthcare and the quantified self. These aren't just ideas that we're going to see written about in academic papers and discussed in government proceedings. These innovations are going to show up in our lives. They're going to show up as products. So it's high time that we start asking ourselves, whether it's in the context of synthetic biology or robotics and AI, what the future of the red light district actually looks like. A lot of the time when scientists and engineers and analysts and futurists like myself talk about the future, we talk about it in charts and graphs that look at the amazing speed at which the cost of sequencing a human genome is dropping, the ease with which we can now create artificial organisms. These are groundbreaking visualizations, but they don't tell us anything about the implications for our lives. So at the Mission Business, we use a different framework to explore innovation and how the world is changing through technology, but in a way that is not just about technology. We use a framework of experience design to create events and encounters and multimedia encounters as well with the future right here in the world of today that have a duration, that have a real intensity that prompts you to critically reflect on what it would feel like to live in that future. And so when we bring the future of synthetic biology to life and try to critically engage people with it, it's not through those graphs. It's through all the channels through which people already experience innovation. Through the branding of companies in the public and the private sector, through multimedia experiences that connect with you. So we build Facebook apps for Byologyc. We've got their website, their social media accounts, where you can go get a sense of how you would understand this company and this world of tomorrow with a human touch. And of course, we build these big dystopian experiences where we push this future to its negative and its positive extremes and then drop people inside it and say when the future claims that it owns your biological information rather than just licenses it from you, and that they're not giving it back or that you're now their property, you get to see how that feels in an embodied perspective. So it's really great to be here at Digifest this year. And as soon as we get to it, I'd like to invite you all to come visit Byologyc in the pleasure room. Forget everything I just spoke about in the last 4.5 minutes. Suspend your disbelief and step into a dialogue with Byologyc. Try out BioMate. We've got free samples available for everybody who's here. And feel free to ask myself or our other Byologyc staff at Digifest this week about why they think this is an important technology, why they think these sacrifices in privacy should be made in the name of pleasure. And feel free to share with us your opinions about where you stand on all these controversial, ethical, artistic, and designerly issues. Thank you very much. I'd love to take some questions.